appreciate my life. I appreciate my breath. I appreciate my sight. Gratitude for my health.
What's going on, everyone? It's Patricia Fox, the Pink Sister, and I am going to be doing something a little different and new. On my YouTube channel, I'm going to really be focusing on just kind of sharing what's going on with me, my mental wellness and health updates, stuff like that, while we're doing a little bit of beauty. I feel like this is a little bit more of a space for me to kind of just be a little bit more open. I kind of want to keep my Instagram platform really like beauty focused and as a resource for people to reach out to me. But picking back up on this YouTube space. So let's get into it. First, going to put some eye patches on, and we're going to talk about what has been going on with me for the past couple of months. Some of you have noticed and reached out, and I am ready to share. So yeah, I'm going to be using the Sephora eye patches just to kind of hydrate under my eye, because if you see a little bit of glitter residue, it's because I did try a brand of product. I'm not going to say that product didn't work. I'm going to say that I didn't put enough commitment into how to use it best for my eye shape, etc. So I'm going to try something a little different. And of course, I'm a little bougie with my skincare. So there we go. I'm going to just make sure this is nice and pressed on. So let's get into it a little bit. One, thank you all for your continued support, for supporting me into being a part of Sephora Squad for a second year in a row. I want to kind of take you back to when I first started posting about the in-store campaign that Sephora allowed me to be a part of. First of all, I learned about it because someone else posted it. I didn't know when it was going to show. I didn't know when it was going to premiere. A follower on Instagram DM'd me about it, about a bulletin they saw. And then since then, it's just started rolling in. I went to New York City with my best friend to go check it out. However, around that time, I was going through a lot of emotional devastation and, just dealing with people being dishonest and me not keeping my word to myself. And so I went through a lot of heartache at that time. And it just seemed like from then on, back to back to back to back, there was something literally every week. Tuesday, Friday, literally. It was like my mental health was like hanging on by a thread. Like I really was feeling like I wanted to disappear. I didn't want to talk to anybody. My phone was on Do Not Disturb. I just was really going through. Only showing up for things that required me to show up, like anything I made an obligation to show up for. Besides that, you really couldn't get in touch with me. So that week, I was going through a lot of emotional devastation, again, about just people being dishonest and me not keeping, my commitments to myself. And then the following week, I had a presentation to do. That morning, maybe 2 hours before the presentation, I learned that a loved one passed away. And it was like immediately, because my response sometimes is to just like quit, just not show up, just like it's done, it's over. And I could not do that because it was the opportunity that I had worked for, that I hoped for. And I already created the presentation for it. So it's like, you have to show up. So I did. And right after that, I cried. And then the following week, another loved one was in the hospital and I had to make an emergency visit, to support them because it's somebody that I really, really love. And I was supposed to go on a retreat that week. I wound up not going to the retreat because I wanted to be by my loved one's side. Came back home, and then after that, not even a week of being home, the ceiling in my kitchen falls through after a rainstorm. It was a lot. I'm just rubbing this in. You don't have to rinse off the eye mask, or just, rub it in. I'm going to use the La Mer. This is the moisturizing soft cream. I think if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I did a review on this and I really like it. You don't need a lot. Quality products, high performance products, you never need a lot of it. Using about that much. I'm using cooling globes because they just, soothe the skin, depuff, and it just feels amazing. On top of that, I still had to keep up with my health appointments. So, if you're all not aware, I do experience daily chronic pain, and that chronic pain, I'm sure could be improved when I improve my diet. However, going to appointments and going through all of that, I just wasn't I wasn't mentally prepared. So to be honest with you all, I had postponed them. In the past, I think last year sometime, I was like, oh, I'll give you an update about like an appointment that I had. Well, I never gave you all an update because I was kind of digesting that too. And it was towards the end of October, and they were thinking that I needed a biopsy because they thought they saw something in the chest wall. And they were suggesting that they would need to surgically biopsy it, which means that I would have to go under anesthesia. I was having like so much anxiety around that. I remember being so upset and nervous about that because I know even when I'm resting in my home, in my bed comfortably, certain positions will sometimes create like this lead feeling or completely numb feeling on one entire side of my body. So in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, like if I'm on anesthesia, like I was just overthinking. It was like way too much. So I still went. They were like, you know, we're just gonna keep a close eye. So every 3 months I have MRIs of my breasts. Every 3 months I have an MRI of my head and my spine. And every 6 months I have mammograms. That is a lot of stress. I realized like I needed to take a moment. I'm gonna be doing a quick complexion routine. It's going to be featuring all Kosas products. It's very simple, very easy. It is a minimal routine. I am going to be using SPF because the unseen sunscreen. And I like to start at the high points of my face. So yeah, I was really going through, even into like when I was selected for Sephora Squad, oh, that's nice. Oh, wow, that is so pretty. Okay, because it's an oil and I have oily skin, I really was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but it is beautiful. Oh man, that looks nice. It just made my skin look really glowy. I don't know, like, you could really see that. And it definitely just enhanced my complexion. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love that. So while these opportunities were, you know, coming to fruition, and things I prayed for, the things I worked for were coming to pass, mentally and emotionally, I was exhausted. Not so much spiritually, because I do pray. I have a prayer life. I'm a praying woman, and when I find myself getting upset, like, I don't deny how I feel. I allow myself to go through it. I call who I need to call. I have an amazing support system, and I definitely leaned on them when I was stuck about if I should show up for these opportunities I prayed for, or should I just like disappear? Because I'm good for that. If you know me personally, you know I will be out. I'll be going like, yo, where? It's like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Like, I will be gone. I definitely had assistance with still showing up. Said all that to say, well, let me do this makeup look. Let me finish this, and then I will tell you my good news is and why I felt like I went through all of these tests. Whoop. So you could definitely see from the side to this eye. It's cute. So I'm gonna put on some gloss and, you know, my little accessories and everything, and I'll be right back. So I did put on a little bit of lip liner. This is the Marc Jacobs. It's actually their eyeliner, but I love it as lip liner. This and also the Sephora collection, you know, I use their jumbo pencil for my lips as well. They do not transfer, they don't budge. Marc Jacobs is on sale now at Sephora, so if it is available at a store near you, I highly recommend you go get it because bomb.com. You won't regret it, trust me. And I'm going to use their wet lip oil, also from Kosas. So some of you may or may not know, but I have a very, I have a deep desire to be in a relationship with God. Like, no matter what I'm doing, no matter like how I'm living, like, I'm always checking in with God to see like where we stand, to make sure that I feel good about our relationship. And so I felt like I was going through all of these tests because it was to prepare me for the life that I am seeking to live. I'm so nervous to say it. I'm so excited, but I'm so nervous. But basically, y'all, like, I went through this whole string of tests to see if I still was going to show up for everything that I prayed for. And I feel like it was to prepare me for ministry. And my news is that I got accepted into Ministerial Development Ordination Program, which means that you know, I'm going to learn more about God, my relationship with God. And I felt like I went through this whole series of tests to see like if I was going to faint, if I was going to drop out, because I definitely felt like I wanted to. I definitely felt like I was. I wanted to drop out of everything. I didn't care for a moment. But I knew that that was a temporary feeling. I knew that that's not truly what I felt, and that the sadness was temporary. So I'm thankful for the people in my life who encouraged me to be like, no, you can move beyond this. Like, this is a moment and you have worked so hard. You have to see these things through. And I feel like, you know, preparing to be a minister, there are going to be times where I'm going to face things in my personal life and I'm still going to have to show up. And again, if you know me personally, you know that like God is the center of my everything. Everything that I have, everything that I am is because of God's grace and God's favor. This is my second time. I went to a seminary program when I was in my early 20s and I dropped out because, you know, I don't even know, like just the things, right? But I am going to stay the course. It is a 3-year program. I am very excited. This year has been very trying. I'm 33 this year, and it's been very trying. Literally, I was crying every day. And then I will go from crying, eyes swollen and everything, to showing up on a meeting, or crying, eyes swollen, can't put my lashes on because my eyes are just so wet. Like I was just showing up, and I needed to slow down and take time. So content slowed down, videos slowed down. So yeah, that's my news. That's what's been going on with me. I do hope to do a mental wellness check-in like once a week, once every other week, just featuring products. Again, this is a very minimal look with Kosas Beauty, and I use their tinted face oil, their concealer, mascara, bronze, which is beautiful. I don't know if the camera's picking up, but it looks gorgeous in person. And their wet lip oil, which feels amazing, not sticky, high shine. And as I get older, I love a radiant, dewy look. I'm not so super into the matte look like I used to be. I think it has a time and a place, and even like the super soft glam, like super airbrush look, it also has a time and a place. But in reality, I have dark circles, I have wrinkles, I have large pores, and you know what? I'm just gonna work with it because that's beautiful too. I'm beautiful no matter what state I'm in, and I do whatever I want to make myself feel good. Let me know if you're gonna be getting into this look. Let me know if you're gonna try it. I feel like, you know, I have oily skin. If I can't beat it, join it. It looks great. I look great. You'll look great. Nothing wrong with oil. Nothing wrong with the good glow. A youthful glow, okay? I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm gonna go now. Bye.